fitness stuff here.
No. Welcome to K&T Talk Series.
We're
episode 12.
Now we're okay.
Yeah,
Welcome to K&T Talk Series, episode 12. Today we're going to be talking about how to balance your diet.
Yay! And how fitness starts from inside. And we'll share personal
Not
stories.
necessarily, because what you eat, it comes from the outside. So
Interesting. Okay.
it's like a hybrid. You
Okay.
can't say it's also on the inside.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Well, so we're going to be talking about some ways you can balance your nutrition and like some recommendations depending on what.
Practical.
Yes.
Fit stuff. that
Or
we-
some recommendations for what type of style, what type of, like.
Yeah, we're not experts. I'm not nutritionist certified. Tristan is not. We'll just share our personal experiences, what works for us, what we came along through our journey so far. What works for us through trial and error. So we'll use those.
Yes.
And this is episode 12 of K&T Talks here. So we've been on a short vacation. Sorry, last week we decided not to post anything, but we did like short videos. So we posted traveling while being fit while traveling, and we had
also the Glute Bridge challenge that you posted.
Yeah, we did that together. Yeah, you did that together. So that was like the second day. I think the second day.
I think it was the second day.
Yeah.
On the third day you're on the beach.
Yes. So what do you think? What we want to share about our vacation? Like, it was a good time, or was it short? You did two videos. So one was on the south side, and we did a trail walking. So we did a lot of walking because it was a little bit chilly. Then we did a beach edition, I think on late Saturday because it was a little bit warmer. And we did a walk a little bit too. So just come share those things, part of our lives, what we're doing when we are not in our normal routine, right? Mm-hmm. So how you can balance your diet, right?
Yes.
So since we discussed this and you said that you really want to talk about it, so what is your take on it? What do you want to talk about it? Then I have some stats. Do you want me to start with my stats, then you can go into your thing?
No.
What do you think, or you want to start?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So there are some simple diets, like if you're a bodybuilder, you only eat chicken breast, rice, and cabbage. And
What
eggs.
do you know all this stuff? Are you researching or you're watching on YouTube? How do you know this? Okay. So this is Tristan's research on diet. Go ahead.
Bodybuilders.
Because you're 12 when you're getting into diet, so you're like, now you're curious to find out about it, right?
I mean, well, at my age, it doesn't really matter what diet, you just gotta moderate how much you have.
Okay.
But yeah, bodybuilders, they have chicken breast, rice, cabbage, and eggs.
Okay.
Which is it's a small diet, and they eat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all blended.
Okay.
So yeah, that's their diet. But there are some more basic diets that I would recommend. That's a little pushing it.
Did you research what the word diet means?
That is what you eat.
Interesting.
See?
It comes from dieta, actually. That's the
Latin.
origin. Yes, it's dieta, and it means something else. But it's interesting. I was curious if you did search that in.
Like
The kinds of food that a person in our community habitually eats. So what you usually eat, and I'm pretty sure, yes, it comes from Latin. If I'm not wrong, it'll take me a while to uncover this. I was just curious if you did. Yes, a way of life in Greek. So actually, the meaning of diet is a way of life from Greek. So it's dieta. And Latin is diete, which, and that kind of, evolved from the way of life to actually diet.
Yes,
now, in Western culture, actually diet is more a restriction. So it's not a way of life. Because when we hear the word diet, we think about restriction. It has a very restrictive and some kind of a negative feeling to a lot of people. They perceive diet like something that is very limited, something that is restricted, something that you need to do it a certain way. Interesting, right?
You can diet Like, diets are basic. It's not like, oh, you're restricted to this.
I
Like,
know, but how the word evolved, and
Yes.
how people, that's their perception.
yes.
But apparently it's a way of life, which this is what we're trying to talk about it, changing the perception of diet. Diet is,
Like,
I call it
weight.
food intake. That's how I call it. I don't like the word
That's
diet.
calories.
Yes and no. It's nutrition, so what do you put in your body?
Alright, so like the average person has an omnivore diet
Okay,
right now,
okay.
and which is pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's no restrictions there. You can eat whatever you want. So and people perceive it as like, so restrictions. No, a diet is a diet. There is no restrictions because your normal daily life and what you eat, that's a diet.
Okay,
So you can't just say that diet's just a set of restrictions.
okay.
It's just what you eat. Like if you're
Right.
omnivore diet.
But then you have all different kind of diets that have different names. So you
Yeah.
have a plant-based diet, you have a pescatarian, you have, like you said, bodybuilder diet, which is based on protein. So it depends what you do. So again, it comes with a package and it comes with a protocol. So it's restricted. So it's not. It's a specific way that you need to do it.
Yeah.
So that's why the word diet.
It's perceived as such.
Yes. Right.
But
So go ahead.
then again, it's just what you eat.
It's what you eat. Right. What is your, going back to the origin of the word, is what is your way of living, your way of being alive and how you live. Yes, in the nutrition, what you take. So going back to what, I now share my personal experience, and something funny that I'm taking some courses online, something about, alternative medicine, and just trying to dive in more into it because I've been into the medical system and saw how that treat me and what consequences I had from it, and how I realized that actually good nutrition, and we all are depleted currently from a lot of minerals and vitamins. But what I learned recently, we are a sugar-based society, and that's the main crazy thing that is happening with us. How we can balance our diet is actually moderate our sugar, because everything that we are consuming currently
The
is
only
based on sugar.
sugar-based country is America.
Right. And there are stats out there, so you can research it.
It's not only.
Let me share this with you so
But
you'll
you're
see
saying
how.
it's objectively to America, and not everyone watching this is in America.
I know. So then we have also what in the course that I was taking was a staggering stat that I witnessed was apparently a difference of 100 years. So 100 years ago in the U.S., people consumed 5 pounds of sugar a day. Today, the last stat is 195 pounds a year per person, which is insane. That can tell you a lot how much sugar influences us, why our diets, going back to diet, are so unbalanced because we are a sugar society. Everything we consume is sugar. What sugar does, it promotes that fight and flight reaction of our body, creates more anxiety, it creates fears, it creates depression, it keeps you feeding because your brain is addicted to it.
And
so that's
also-
why I'm thinking that if you really want to think on how you can balance your diet, look in your pantry, look in your fridge, see what else can you reduce, not eliminate, because you want to start with a positive premise. You want to create this as a choice option, not as a demanding mandatory option, not as a restriction. So again, changing your
You also have to think
mind
about
and
another
perspective on it. Yes.
Because people think fruits are all nice, but they still pretty much have the same diet as us when it comes
Who
to
has? I'm sorry.
what, as you said, 100 years ago,
Yes.
they had the same diet from how their fruit intake was.
Yes.
And people think there's going to be less sugar. You're probably going to get the same amount of sugar. Like a banana has around 80 grams of sugar.
Right.
100 years ago was much less because we
Banana
genetically
was smaller.
yeah, and now we genetically modified it to
Correct.
make it sweeter. So
Yes. So,
So
now it
there's
has
more
more sugar.
fructose.
Yeah.
which
And
is sugar.
but that was mind blowing for me to find out this during this course. We're talking about how you can, because sugar, we are in a sugar society, so sugar kind of develops all this in us. We become more stress oriented. Our cortisol level and our insulin, adrenaline is always high. We're always taxing our body in the stress mode due to the sugar. And this is not news to anybody, but just throwing out there, how you can balance your diet. So looking at those terms, and sugar is the #1 killer for everything. And just throwing out there, I'll share it. And like I said, I'm not certified. I'm not here to prescribe or share any diets. No, it's just research.
Yes.
What I want to share is my personal experience. I was kind of forced at some point to eliminate sugar as much as I can. But what I realized to move from, fitness starting from the inside, and just that's my perspective. And I always will share this credo, because I've been through a lot of surgeries. I've been through treatment, and during my surgeries, I was under a lot of medication, and I undergo about 4 treatments of antibiotics post surgeries. So antibiotics kill your gut flora, and gut is very important for your well-balanced diet. It's what regulates everything in your body. My gut flora was completely depleted. So I needed to take a step back and figure out how I can restore my health and my quality of life post all the treatments, which was very difficult. When I talked to my doctors, they said, yeah, you can eat more chicken or you can eat more greens, but they didn't give me exactly, or give me at least a suggestion what I should do. Then doing my research, I've realized that I need to consult a nutritionist. I need to do multivitamin mineral panel testing with myself to see where I am, because I knew the problem is inside. And the reason that I knew, I had a huge wake-up call at some point post my last surgery. I got to the point that I had a complete brain fog. I drove to work and came back home. I didn't realize what happened for the last about 2 hours. I had a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of depression at some point, and I had a lot of fear of being around people. I had all these feelings that I have not had before, and I didn't know how to deal with them.
So you were an introvert.
No, but that was post my surgery, and I just had a lot of fatigue. I was very exhausted. Like I said, I couldn't remember some things, or I was doing something that I didn't realize that I left that thing at work and moving to the next task, and I was like, what is happening to me? This was very, very new to me, because still that time I was still recovering, and I was kind of, into the post of, passing the recovery, what should I do? So I was talking to my sisters. I have one of my sisters, she's a pharmacist, and she's like, maybe you should check your multivitamins to see, maybe you're depleted with B vitamins, because, you undergo so many surgeries and tissue rebuilding. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I started researching, and I finally decided to take a test, a multivitamin test and a mineral test, a full spectrum. And I was in shock what I find out. And I advise to all my clients, to everybody, all my friends find out, I say always, your health starts from inside, and the only way you can determine what works for you specifically is to find out what is going on inside you. Me taking that full spectrum vitamin and mineral testing, it was a wake-up call. I was completely depleted of B complex. I didn't have nothing. I was completely down, and that makes sense. I was down in magnesium, zinc. I was down in acid, folic, and oleic, and a lot of things that I thought that I am normal or okay, apparently wasn't. And digging deeper and all the deficiencies, I realized that those completely, because they are part of the Krebs cycle, our cell cycle in our body. I realized that, hey, this is why I am not functioning normal. This is why I have all these things. Is because my body internally is not functioning normal. It's not functioning properly. It was a hard pill. It was a hard pill to swallow because I was already doing a little fitness. I got back into some kind of exercise routine, but I was shocked. I had a moment when I was talking to my nutritionist that I made an appointment. I was crying on the phone with her, and I said, "This is not real, because I've been doing everything what my doctor said, I ate well. So post my old surgeries, I ate very well. I kept a lot of greens, proteins, a lot of juices. I had pretty balanced diet. I just didn't realize that I'm in such a bad shape as of how my cells and how my body functions, and not even talking about the gut flora that was inexistent. So I went back to basics and started to take a lot of probiotics and prebiotics. I went back to basics to what my grandma taught me, which was, eat pickled stuff. So I started eating back again sauerkraut that has a lot of probiotics. I started to eat a lot of pickles, things that I grew up with it.
Sauerkraut.
Yeah, and because it's a live bacteria, I started to drink a lot of kombucha. So things that I knew immediately will work for me.
Kombucha does not taste good, by the way. It does not.
It depends. So this is just my story, and I'm sharing it to everybody out there. Maybe it resonates with anybody. It took me about 6 months to get back to where I was, to have at least some kind of quality of life when I don't have the brain fog, when I don't feel fatigue every day, when I don't feel like I'm stressed and just have this anxiety, fear, all these feelings that just overwhelm me pretty much every day. I became more stable because my body started to function. And of course I had a lot of I added a lot of supplements, prescriptions in my diet based on what my deficiencies are. So I highly advise everybody who wants to, they are getting in a physical and an exercise routine, but they feel that something is not right with them internally. Please go and do something about it. It is your choice. For me, it was a wake-up call. If it's for you, please do it. I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart. It kind of saved my life, improved my quality of life. And the reason is, finding out what's going on inside you, it can be an eye-opener for you to give an explanation why you're behaving the way you're behaving, why your sleeping patterns are off, why you feel tired, why you are even drawn to specific foods. Like I was drawn to sugar, and I know sugar fits cancer. I had cancer. Before I had my cancer diagnosis, I was compelled to eat a lot of sugar, and I just had this craving of sugar. Not that I just wanted to eat a candy. I had craving of something sweet. And every time I get that feeling, it kind of scares me, but it's something that I need to deal with. Things that, just go ahead. There's so many tests online, or you can go and check a nutritionist office, specialist, and go and do a full spectrum. I highly advise you. Yes, maybe it's a little bit out of pocket, but it's your choice, it's your investment towards your health, to become more aware of what is going on inside you. Because like I said, fitness starts from inside. It's your transformation from inside. If you're fatigued, if you have brain fog, if you're still highly stressed, if you still have a lot of anxiety, if you still always are on that go, even if you work out, you actually practice, you do exercise, that is not balance you out properly. You still need to have a holistic approach. Approach everything from that full circle. It's not a linear approach, so you want to do that. Okay, I'm working out a little bit, I'm being active. I do 30 minutes workout, I do cardio, I do weights, walk, whatever you do. What else can I add? Be aware, take a moment, sit with yourself. What is going on with me? Why do I feel this way? Why this specific food makes me feel this way? Or why I feel sick? So just, take a deep breath, just watch yourself, observe yourself. You are your best witness, and you are your best advocate towards your health. And I discovered the hard way. I had a lot of trial and error. So when I got the results, like I said, I cried for a day. I was like, this is not happening. I've been working so hard. I recovered after all the surgeries. Why I need to deal with this? When you see your numbers, you're like, this is not right. Like, look at me. Like, I'm good. Like, this is okay. Like, I started to get back. My pain was reduced. But then I was like, I took a deep breath, like, okay, what I need to do, like, what's the plan? And I hopped, I think 3 years ago, I hopped on the juicing protocol. I do it. I don't do it all year round. I do it about 30 to 60 days. It depends. But I will jump on the green juice protocol, so I only use green products, any green ingredients.
You had
all
carrots.
I add carrots, and the reason I add carrots because carrots are full of vitamin A and E, but I was depleted of that, and also gives you the sweetness. So create this green juice, and I started the protocol today, and I highly advise you, if you don't want to do green juice, you can do smoothies. It's easier, it's less messier. Something that you want to detox your body, because if you detox your body, your liver, your gut, balancing all that, you'll see some symptoms, or the way you are, your behavior, the way your cravings are towards carbs or sugar will diminish. It is very hard to wean off sugar, and I can tell you different stories, and I can tell my story. It takes about 14 days to wean off sugar if you're addicted. And sugar, I mean, you really, if you assess yourself and see how much a day you consume, you'll be staggered, because we have sugar in everything. We have sugar in condiments like ketchup and mustard. We have sugar, of course, in bread, all the white, all pastries. I'm not even talking about all the packaged food that we have 3 or 4 different ingredients that are labeled differently because they have different chemical naming, but they all mean in the same sense, they're all sugar.
Well,
so
moving back on the actual subject.
Yeah, how to balance your diet. So this is how I balance my diet. So I advise everybody to go through inside and start there.
There's a basic thing. First things first.
Yes.
If you feel like you probably just had a surgery or something like that, you should check if you have depletion of any sort, like my mom.
Yeah, and antibiotics, this is you can check with any doctor, you can check, do your own research. Antibiotics will deplete your gut flora, that's a given, so check into that. That's the first place you should start. Go ahead, I know you want to recap.
And you should do that, as my mom said. And then after you, and if you don't have that, and also the people after you have finally leveled your depletion of that source in your body, you can balance your diet. It's all about moderation. Instead of having 10 protein bars that have 30 grams of sugar or something like that, I'll have one today, one the next day, one every day, for 10 days.
So how we did
instead of having them all in one day.
Right, so how we did on our vacation, because I know vacation is very hard for a lot of people. Usually that's when you get off track. Did we get too much off track during our vacation? We had some pizza.
Yes.
That we had lunchtime. I love pizza. It's been a long time I had pizza. I think last time I had it with you. I will be more than comfortable to eat that. But we are very active.
Have my crust very,
I love
very
the crust part.
obnoxious.
But then I had the vegetarian, so I'm trying to wean off meat for a while because I'm doing the juicing protocol.
If you don't know,
so that's what I eat, right? So I had one slice. And again, it's What else we did in the vacation time as of food intake and our diet? How was it?
Horrible.
Horrible for you? I was okay. I didn't eat a lot of. What did you eat? Did you eat a lot of chips or?
It's 4,000 calories a day, Ella.
Yeah, but you did a lot of basketball outside. Of course, you went outside and did. We did.
But that's less than 1,000 calories per day.
Right.
So I'm still gaining.
You're still gaining. Okay. What else did we eat? We did dinner, so we ate some. Pretty much, we're trying to be conscientious. I had a lot of seafood because I love seafood. So that was my take on it.
Well, you're a seafood person.
And you had egg hunt, so you had some sugar there. So like I said, don't be too harsh with yourself. Of course, there are some times that
that's why moderation is the best. You don't need to have any specific or dietary plan. Just have a simple diet of moderation.
Yeah, and you want to go for nutritious foods, whatever keeps your full spectrum vitamins and minerals in check. Always go for a protocol of adding any additional supplementation. I do it I think every person should do it based on what is going on inside you. I always take minerals. I always take B complex because we are depleted. I take extra magnesium because we are all depleted of magnesium and zinc because it's based on our food that we get from soil right now is depleted of those minerals. So there's some things that you can do your own research. Again, I'm not prescribing. I'm not a nutrition certified professional. It's just sharing my experience and sharing the experience that I dealt with different clients, with my friends, family. So it is my personal story. You take it learn from it, or you can do your own research.
Well, moving
Yeah.
on to actual kids on their dietary plan,
Yeah,
whatever.
kids. Oh, I want to hear that.
Well, as I said, for adults out there,
Yeah.
moderation. Actually, no, because you want to grow. Just don't eat too much. Don't eat too much sugar, and you should be good.
Yeah, so I think sugar is the thing for you. So when you say
Especially
sugar, you
just
know,
pure candy. No.
pure candy, so you're trying to.
And that's like the no-no.
So I rather go for a fruit. So if you really want,
But that's still packed with sugar, just
yeah,
like
but it's
candy.
a fructose. It's a mono.
But you do get vitamins from it, so it's kind of a
Correct, but it's a different
compromise.
kind of sugar because it gets processed by your stomach, and metabolism is processed differently.
Unlike
Then-
processed sugar.
Yes, and it's actually good for you. So I will go for any piece of fruit that you enjoy.
Like,
Go ahead
it's
and eat
processed
it.
like cane sugar.
Fruit, salads, yeah, anything of that nature you can. Dark chocolate is good. Anything with cocoa is good.
Dark chocolate does not taste good.
He doesn't like it. I go for 85%.
There's a
so
reason
you
why.
See that?
It's too bitter.
But like, so how down to diet? So like, so we shared our experiences, and this is my personal, and you know, I have moments. I still have moments that I go off track, and how I catch myself is like, okay, I feel like a little bit tired for 3 days. I didn't sleep well. I have this headache. When you wean off sugar, a couple of symptoms that I experienced, and I think I got the same experience with a lot of my clients. The first and most symptom that you have when you're weaning off sugar, you have headaches. There are migraines that are on your left side, so you feel it right on your left temple.
But then,
They're pretty sharp, and that comes from sugar weaning off process. Like I said, it takes 14 days.
another thing you should
yes.
have, apart from food, you should also think about what you're drinking.
What you drinking, because you don't want to eat what you drink, or like what's the saying? Did I say it correctly? You don't want to drink your meal. Sorry,
You
let me correct it.
You don't want to drink your calories.
Yeah, drink your calories or drink your meal.
That's just the same.
Yeah,
It
so
doesn't really
green
matter.
juice is fine. There are a lot of shakes out there. Go ahead and do it.
And
just be
people
mindful.
blend chicken breasts.
Yeah, and be mindful. Like, if you buy any smoothies, a lot of those smoothies, they're sold.
Are processed and all
They
that.
have
Yes.
about 50 grams or more of sugar.
Then you're
Not
just,
even they're claiming they're healthy. They are, but the sugar content is
Yes.
more because it's an additional.
Well,
it's not
also you should drink
from raw
milk.
products. Yeah, depends what kind of milk. Because some people, if they have milk
Well,
intolerance,
lactose intolerance, you
Yeah.
can still get the same value just without lactose.
yes.
So, but
Yeah.
it makes your body
Just
stronger.
be mindful of those drinks. Be mindful of the coffee, specialty coffees that you drink, from cappuccinos, frappuccinos. They're all packed with a lot of sugar. So if you're in the morning already drinking that,
Just
you already
drink black
killed
coffee.
yourself with a lot of sugar intake. That means your cortisol level is up, your insulin is up. You're already in the stress mode from the get-go. You're in a fight mode. You're there to react to anything that comes in your environment, from workplace, family, friends, anything. So for you to reduce that reaction and actually create a balance, the more harmonious approach to to your workspace, to your friends, to your family, is to flip and balance and moderate and actually improve your gut flora. Make sure you have vitamin spectrum, full spectrum supplementation. Make sure you check your mineral levels. You don't need to be an expert. You can do your own research. There's so many resources out there. If you want help with throwing those resources, I will. I am not paid to advertise for any company. I just tried several of them. I still do because I really care about my health. I want to have a good quality of life. I want to be healthy till my elderly senior years.
Also, there's
And I wouldn't be able to go walk, be active. So that's something that I want to maintain, that health level and quality
There's
of lifestyle.
also some other things I want to point out. So some, businesses like Cellulose like weekly or daily
Okay.
boxes or
Yeah.
of food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really recommend that.
You don't?
Yeah. Because one, they're charging twice the amount for the same food.
Okay.
because
So that's you go talk about those meals.
Yeah,
Right? So
'cause
that's your preference. There are a lot of good meal plants over there.
just
They're
buy-
really good.
you can just get some meal preps from the store,
Yes.
from just your local
So
grocery store.
again, it's very easy. What we do, like I said, I started the juicing protocol. You'll see those posts coming every day. I do a green juice in the morning. I love it. I started a little bit late due to the vacation. I'm in it. I'll do it. I feel great today. Had one last night. Again, it's just what it does. It's a lot of detox. So I'm trying to detox again my liver. It's been winter, so like you do spring cleaning to your house, to your car, you know, checking your closets, the same thing. You need to do a spring clean to your body. I know we passed Easter, but we're still in that spring cleaning mode.
Just put
Please
some
take care of
Clorox
yours.
in there.
Clorox is in there. Yes. Just be mindful and try to do that, because as we age, it's more difficult to eliminate any toxins that we store in our bodies, between the metals and plus all the toxic environment pollutants that we deal daily. So that's something that I highly advise and tell everybody who wants to improve their quality of life, who wants their fitness routine to improve and possibly get amazing fitness results. I've been on the intermittent fasting since my birthday in January. Then I went slowly went off meat for a while, and I already see the results. I have more energy. I have great sleep. I get more. I don't get so reactive. So I'm more in that calm space of just taking a moment and seeing how I need to respond to different things.
Going back to kids, how their adults should be. They should make sure they have a bunch of food in the fridge.
Yeah.
Yes, because your kid should be eating a lot.
And you need to introduce new foods that I'm trying to you. Like I'm trying for you to eat tomatoes, and now then we had steamed scallop tacos with mango salsa, and you're like, no, mom, I don't want to try it. And it's like, it's really good.
There was a bunch of other things.
It was cabbage salsa, green was red onion, just the sauce, which is the same sauce, potato sauce, and then everything else. That's all it was.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so put your kids to
like
challenge
scallops.
your kids to try new things. It's good. Remember, some of the seafood actually has more protein than chicken and beef.
But chicken breast will always be the dominant meat.
It will, but like oysters and actually
But
shrimp
it's
has
still-
more.
But it's still
So
the
just throwing
best.
out there, if you're a seafood lover, you may check into that. You have more protein out there. Make sure where that seafood is sourced from. You want to make sure it comes from wild source and where exactly it's packed. So there's some research that you want to do, because you don't want to get something that is actually has a lot of toxins in it, and you're putting that in your body, high mercury levels, and you can actually intoxicate yourself. So just be aware of that. Again, so how to balance your diet is moderation first, practical tips, add a protocol for 30 days and see how it goes, whatever you want to do. I do water with lemon every morning. That's a protocol you can start besides everything else. You want to start a juice protocol or smoothie protocol, go ahead and do it. See if you can reduce as much sugar as you can from the system. Try and do a detox cleansing protocol. That's what it is. You go in any direction you want to go. You want to start as a positive attitude towards it. It is a choice that you make. It's not a must. It's not a restriction. Oh, I need to do this protocol. Oh my God, I need to do this. Please don't start from that place, because you are sabotaging yourself, going back to the self-sabotage episode, right?
And
We're starting everything from the positive choice. It's my choice. I want to improve my health. I want to become better. I want to be more active. I want to be more healthier inside. I want to be more balanced. So those are things that you can work and shift that perspective.
Alright, moving back to kids. Eat and don't eat too much candy. Good?
Yeah. Eat
And tell your parents to fill the fridge every few days, because
peanut butter's good. Fruits are good. Give them fruits.
If you want some quick calories, peanut butter, some nice protein, meats, basically.
And try see if they
Also
like
beans.
Beans, yeah. Tristan really loves beans right now, so he eats that. Also different kinds of seeds. Walnuts, pecans, pecans or any almonds. You like almonds?
Like last night I had sausage and beans.
Yes, and you made it yourself. He's a cook too. So you like what's your seeds that you like that you always get? Sorry, I'm just blank right now.
Sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds, but you like also the
Cashews.
cashews. So some kids like cashews. Introduce your kids with cashews. Cashews
Roasted
are really
salted
good. Good
ones
fat.
are the best.
Yeah, good calories, good fat calories. For
Like
you.
avocados.
Avocados, another one.
All
to
right,
get into.
so we got kind of had to wrap this
Yeah.
up. So I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to subscribe to Beef and Healthy by Katya, BFH at the end.
Right.
No spaces with the Beef and Healthy.
Yeah, and we'll be adding Tristan and Slack on his a 10-minute workout. It's
Tomorrow.
coming in tomorrow before he's going to school. He's so excited to do it. Effort,
Yeah.
#effort. You said it. Just trying to do
Say
it.
hashtag effort.
That's what we put it on the episode 10 if you want to watch that. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you have all the
I didn't tell you
episodes.
for the hashtag.
We did.
I didn't tell you.
So if you want to see all the past episodes that we filmed so far, they're on our YouTube channel, Be Fit and Healthy by Katya. We have the link also attached to our group, K&T Talk Series group. Please join us. Would like to hear your opinions. We want to hear your healthy tips and your fit tips. So tell us what kind of detox protocol you're doing. We are really excited to hear it. We want to start a conversation, and we'll be throwing some free resources of what a multivitamin spectrum testing I personally did and what it worked for me. Maybe that will be good for you. It's just, it's our story to you, our message to you.
Essay for the conclusion.
Thank you. Thank you for joining for episode 12. You have a good day, and be okay with the pollen. I know it's pretty big here in North Carolina. Just stay clear. Peppermint tea, peppermint on your temples, some holistic approaches. Peppermint around your nose will clear the nostrils, so you don't need to use actually Benadryl, Claritin, or any other product. So some just natural things that you can do.
Well, goodbye everyone. Hope you'll enjoy
Bye.
the reading. Turn it off.
Thank you for joining.